Hello folks, welcome to this behind the scenes bonus process video. I'm creating an etude here on a G blues using this cool motif that's kind of a scale fragment. I call these a 4-note cell. And no, it's not the 1, 2, 3, 5 that you probably know from Giant Steps. This one is really an interesting one. I love the sound. I've always kind of been fascinated with the sound, but I have yet to write an etude. Maybe one of my etudes has this particular cell configuration. So let's just talk about what a melodic cell first. Basically, generally, I'll say it's like a grouping of notes that's from a scale. Often it's 4 notes, so it's not a pentatonic, and it's not a 7th chord, but it kind of just is a group of notes. So I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. So this particular group of notes that I'm gonna demonstrate on a G blues. By the way, that's not fireworks that you're hearing. That's my cat in my paper bag that I just threw on the floor, not realizing that how much she would enjoy adding some auxiliary percussion to this lesson. So pretend we're on a G7 chord, G13 I'll just say. We're going to just take 4 notes from the Mixolydian scale. I mean, it could be, again, it's just in 4 notes. We don't know what scale it is. But I'm going to take the 9 and the 3. And then the 6 or 13 and the flat 7. So it's a really beautiful configuration. You have a whole step here and half. So you can think of it as this. I want to say it's almost close to what's called the Japanese scale, which is 1, 2, flat 3, 5, 6, flat 6. So the Japanese scale is 1, 2, flat 3, 5, flat 6. You can take that up. Really pretty scale. So I'm going to take that scale configuration, but only take 4 notes of it. Again, it's just, there's a lot of ways to rename this. So if you're on a G7 chord, this is how we're going to apply it. It has this kind of really angular flavor. Okay, I have some other licks that are on Patreon that are angular, and you know that I love that angular sound. Occasionally, I don't want to overdo it or overuse it. So we're going to do this 9, 3, I'll say 2, 3 of the scale, and then the 13, the 6, flat 7 of the G. And I'm going to quiz you in a second. You're going to try to apply that to C7, okay? So this is how we want to apply it. And I like it on a dominant chord, but it could be on a minor chord if you wanted kind of an A minor flat 6. There's a lot of applications. Check out my etude to, I think I use this on Made for Wesley if you're a gypsy jazzer. So I'm just going to show you this. I'm going to write it out here. It's just going to be a quick etude. My etudes generally are pretty, accessible right away. They shouldn't take too long to work out. And I'm just going to write it up an octave and see what happens here. We'll just put it over the 12-bar blues in G. It's just an etude. We're going to leave some breathing space. I'll go up and down. So that's at ascending. Oops, get that. So again, this is a process video. It's me creating an etude. I'm going to write G7 here, and now you kind of know what this is about. That's kind of, to me, the whole point is that we have a G7 chord. We're going to do it. We need to have some space here, so why don't I go ascending as well, okay? So let's do this. Let's add a couple notes here. Those are going to be quarters. And let's keep it right on the beat. This isn't supposed to be anything, again, too crazy where you have to be counting and all that stuff. That's not the point of this. This particular etude is more about this angular, cool vibe on the G13 chord. Here it is again, G13. And then we're going to descend. Descend is a little bit trickier. And, I've talked a lot about fingering diagonal. This is a diagonal method also, by the way, by thinking this. And then same thing, up an octave. Same thing. Descending. And we can swing it. That was wrong now. So let me write this out for you. Let's do 4 bars on G7, just as standard, like blues, if you know what I'm talking about, right? So let's practice it descending. Ready? Let's get just all 8 notes. And you can swing it. I wasn't really swinging it the first time, but this will get in your head too. It's a really pretty sound. I like it. I like that Japanese scale idea too. I'll create some lessons on in the future here, tell me if you want, on exotic scales. The Chinese scale, which is just a pentatonic scale, believe it or not. The Japanese scale. Some music theorists had fun coming up with all these different names, probably an ethnomusicologist is what they call them. People who go to different countries and study the music of different cultures. But you get some really wicked cool sounds for Western music, if you know what I'm saying. So let me just get this. Stop talking as much as I like to talk. Pretty cool. Okay, so think about this now. Now we're just gonna go and let's just put a rest. By the way, I can make that a half note rest too. Think about what we're gonna do, how we're gonna apply this. This is on G7, so let's do it on C7 here. And it's 12-bar blues. 1, right? Ready? C9. So I'm thinking the 2 is D. See, here's 1. There's 2, 3, 13, flat 7. And I love this flavor. I love this. I talked about a G. This kind of reminds me of this G minor 6 lick that I add the 9. G minor 6 9. So I had that, but this is a 4 note, not a 5 note modified pentatonic. So it is slightly different if you're familiar with my study on that. I think I use that in What Is This Thing Called Love? FYI, if you want to check out my etudes, which I hope you do. I've got so many great etudes, if I might say so myself. Okay, let's stop talking and get this down. I love this. So we have the D and the E, and we need an A and a B flat. We're just going to repeat that up a couple octaves. And this is just a quick etude for you. Let's keep it going. Come on. There we go. 3, 4. And we get almost decent in the same measure. Let's see. 1. If I made it as a triplet, especially. Maybe we'll do that. Get the fingernail. Let's see. Maybe, or we could do that back on the G. Why not? Let's just do it. Triplet. I'll triplet it out for you. This was an easier etude, but now we're gonna get a little bit fancy on you. Get some technique going here too, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's triplets. So let's make that a triplet. So here's the 4-note cell pattern. Here's a chord. C9. Starts on the 2, 3, 13, flat 7, 6, flat 7. Get it under your fingertips. Love this. Maybe I'll make this a triplet, don't worry. Grab your guitar, don't just watch this video. I mean, you can, but I really suggest with these process videos, because everything's broken down, into stop time, stop motion. Like, we get to dissect every little detail of this, and it's a great time for you to grab your guitar and say, oh, I get it, C9, I start on the 2, 3, 6, flat 7. I'm just alternating, not picking. Okay, that's a C7 chord. I'm thinking C9, but I'm saying just C7. It's a 4 chord. Now I'm just gonna go back and copy this, because hey, I'm just gonna make this fast. Oh, I gotta get some rest. Oh, I gotta finish this. I was too excited thinking I was done with that measure. So let's see. It's really exotic sounding, isn't it? I've been fascinated with this sound ever, just like since I started playing in high school, especially. Hearing some traditional Chinese music. I think they call it the erhu. It's a beautiful instrument, bowed instrument that I was just like, God, this is a cool sound. Exotic sounding. And some, of course, metal guys like Marty Friedman from Megadeth use these flavors too in his music. He has a lot of Japanese influences. If any of you are Megadeth Marty Friedman fans. I have to notate that correctly because I keep saying A sharp, but I want to think of it as a B flat, the flat 7, so that's why I keep fixing the notation. FYI. Let's get these triplets happening here. I'm just kind of feeling a little triplet action there. Just it's good for the picking motion too. We could just leave it at that, or we could go doo-doo, doo-doo. 3, 4. Oh, that's what happened. Got a little, sorry, distracted, I think, when I was talking about Megadeth. Alright, so I think that should be good. There we go, there we go. Let's put that a quarter note and a quarter note rest. And then now I'm going to copy this G7. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, I just want to practice on it. We can apply this to Sweet Georgia Brown next. Let me know in the comments if you like this. And we can apply these licks. This is how you do it. You implement these into your songs that you practice. We could throw this lick in minor swing. We can modify it. There's so much fun stuff we could do. We could do the Japanese scale idea on the minor swing if you want. I think I already have an Etude that kind of uses some of those ideas already. The angular. I don't want to get into it, but I'll show you right now since I'm going to forget, and you're going to say, Tracy, can you write out minor swing Etude using that cool sound? I would do this. I would start on B and go B, C, and then E, F sharp if you're wondering which one to use. So I would not do this A, B, C, F. I wouldn't do that. That would be for the D minor, believe it or not. But for the A minor 6, just a little preview, B, C, E, F sharp. That's a 5th and 6th. So I think I've used these before. Again, check out my, what is this thing called, Love? Etudes. Okay, let's move on. Tell me in the comments if you enjoy these behind-the-scenes process video lessons where I'm giving you all of my secrets. I don't know about that, but there we go. Cut and paste. So what am I going to do for the D7? You guessed it. I'm going to copy and transpose. Who said that? So let's take this. Hit that beautiful transpose. Select the notes. Up and major second. Include chord name, sure. There. Oh, that's not the fingering I wanted, but I'll modify it. And do I want to do triplets this time around? Maybe not, but it's okay. Yeah, I think I will take out the triplet just for the variety's sake. So let's get rid of the trips. It does a funny little grouping here now, unfortunately. Let me just beam that together. Show you how to use this stuff if you're not used to using Sound Slice. Now I'm going to go back and do it on C7 here. Because I'm thinking this D7, C7, and D7, and D7, 3, 4, and then we can bust into it. So we'll play along with this second. So let me just copy this. I mean, we could descend, but I'll just practice ascending again. It's just an Etude. Come on, keep it easy. All right. Tracy's talking to himself again. What I want to do, just use selected notes, down a whole step this time, back down. Keep the chord name, bam. Oh, they keep changing my finger on me. I gotta complain about that. When you copy and paste, they have their own fingering system in mind. I don't know why it just doesn't carry what I want for the fingering. It's pretty important. And then back to the G7. I almost want to do as a triplet. And I went to the root. And D7. Sharp 9 or something fancy. So maybe I will do this as a triplet. This time I'll take this. And just to end it, we'll do a little triplet action here. We've got 12-bar blues Etude. Just like that. Or, I don't know, I could just do this. I'll just get it done with. You guys can fancy it up later and add triplets all you want. There we go, 12-bar blues. Using this cool scale melodic fragment. If I said it correctly, scale fragment melodic cell. Can we play it? I'm gonna play chords while this plays, and I'll put the little the click track on for you. Ready? You can grab your guitar. Let's do it nice and slow at first, and we'll speed it up a little bit. Nice, like that. Pretty angular, pretty cool. So if this is new for you, you're gonna enjoy this one. Where does it go? Back to G and I. That was luck on that triplet there. That was pretty fun. Do-do-do-do. You're gonna love it. It's so much fun. Let's do this again. Let's meet back up here tomorrow and do this concept and apply it to minor swing. Why not? And again, we can also take this and just do dominate it out, and put it on Sweet Georgia Brown. Blues, Sweet Georgia Brown, minor swing. Have fun with it. It's a fun little etude. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.